character customization, different voices, body types, new areas of Pandora. All of this comes from the recent blog post on the Ubisoft website shortly after the reveal and release date of Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Avatar Theory here, hope you're doing well and having a fantastic day. And last night Ubisoft had their Ubisoft Forward event, which they showed a lot of games, but they opened with Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, gave us a brand new trailer, a story trailer, and also somewhat of a deep dive on the gameplay itself. I'm currently working on a breakdown of all of those videos on what I can discover and some new details that I found by basically watching and rewatching the videos over a dozen times. But on the Ubisoft website, on their blog post, they posted some information, some new information that I didn't even know about. And basically in this video, I just want to read through the blog post, and then here and there I'm going to pause and then just give my overall thoughts on what was said on the blog post. I will also leave a link to this in the description and the pinned comment below if you do want to read it for yourself, but the blog post goes as follows. Quote, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora will launch on December 7th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Amazon Luna, and PC through Ubisoft Connect. It was announced at Ubisoft Forward today. Developed by Massive Entertainment, Ubisoft Studio in collaboration with James Cameron's production company Lightstorm Entertainment and Disney, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora lets you play as a Na'vi who awakens on Pandora years after being abducted as a child and raised by the human militaristic corporation known as the RDA. Now a stranger in your own birthplace, you must reckon with the return of the RDA and the threat they posed to Pandora while reclaiming your ancestral heritage and learning what it means to be Na'vi. End quote. So the first and most obvious thing that I want to focus on here is the release date. The game is releasing on December 7th, which is just over basically half a year from now. So only about 6 more months to go until the release of Frontiers of Pandora. We will likely get more trailers and hopefully another deep dive into this game before the release, but the game is being released on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Amazon Luna, I don't really know anybody who uses that, and of course PC as well. Now I know many people might be upset that it's not releasing on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, but personally I am glad that they're sticking to the current generation consoles and not going to the previous gen, because this just allows them to do so much more in terms of which platform I'll be playing. I'll likely switch between PlayStation 5 and PC. I don't have an Xbox Series X unfortunately, but I will probably switch between PlayStation 5 and PC, because with Ubisoft games you can switch between different platforms as they did it with Far Cry as well as Assassin's Creed. Now the article continues, quote, a standalone adventure set within the Avatar universe, you will explore and protect a never before seen continent of Pandora, the western frontier, in first person. Your Na'vi character is customizable with options including different body types, voices, and body paints, and like you, your character will learn how to be a Na'vi, including how to harness your formidable strength and agility while traversing through the stunning and dangerous open world. Add to that your knowledge of humans, their weapons, and technology from years of RDA training, and you are uniquely equipped to combat the RDA and protect Pandora. End quote. Now the big focus from this paragraph is of course your character is fully customizable with body types, voices, body paint, and you can change, you have a skill tree as well, which you can change the different skills, and you can basically customize your character however you want. Can you change between male and female? It doesn't say that here, so I don't really know, because in the story trailer and in the trailers you were playing as a female character, but considering Far Cry 5, 6, and even Assassin's Creed Valhalla have the option to play between male and female, I would expect that option when the game releases, but of course it wouldn't bother me because there is character customization nonetheless. Now the game is in first person mode, but when you are on top of a Banshee or a Dire Horse, it will go into third person mode, and likely you will see your character much more in cutscenes, similarly to what they did in Far Cry 6. The article then continues stating, quote, there are many ways you can defend yourself against the RDA and the Western Frontier's plethora of dangers. You will have access to human weapons such as assault rifles or shotguns, and stealthier, more precise traditional Na'vi weapons such as a bow and spear thrower. As you push back against the RDA, the environment gradually heals, giving you access to new and valuable resources, which enables you to craft the best gear and weapons for your playstyle. You also take to the skies with your own customizable companion Banshee or Ikran, where you can engage in high-speed aerial combat and soar across the vast western frontier. End quote. Now, they did show some of the weapons in the game. They also showed some of the crafting, which does look very interesting. Personally, when it comes to crafting, I'm not the biggest fan in games with crafting, but the crafting here does look somewhat interesting, and the fact that you can craft all sorts of gear has me intrigued in terms of what it looks like, and you can also customize your Banshee, which is really awesome. Some of the editions, like the Gold Edition and the Ultimate Edition, includes different skins for your Banshee, and I'm sure with it being a Ubisoft game, there will be an in-game store that will, give you access to different skins and stuff that you can probably purchase using credits or whatever they're going to call the credits in Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Now the article then continues, quote, quote, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora has been exclusively developed to maximize the power of new-gen consoles and PC with stunning levels of detail, rendering, density, and immersive audio. The game will also have a number of accessibility options at launch, such as control remapping, subtitles, and subtitles size adjustment, and color blind modes. Your adventure can also be shared. Play Avatar Frontiers of Pandora either in single-player or two-player online co-op, end quote. Now, there is your explanation of how the online or multiplayer aspect of Frontiers of Pandora will work. It's not traditional multiplayer like deathmatch or, something like that, or battle royale. Thank God there's not a battle royale mode in Frontiers of Pandora, although I kind of can see that working where you run around in Pandora, but I hope that never happens. But the online mode is only co-op, so much like Far Cry, basically. I remember I played Far Cry 5, I finished it single player, and then a friend of mine started playing Far Cry 5, and then I helped him in co-op mode. So that is basically what the online co-op will work. I'm not sure how it will tie into, if you do missions, I'm guessing when a cutscene happens, your Navi will show in the cutscene and not you and your friend's Navi. Like, it won't be something like that. I just think it's going to be basically a single player experience, but shared with a friend. So again, much like Far Cry 5 did. So the article then concludes with the final section talking about the exclusive PlayStation part. So let me just read through that and then just give my comments and thoughts on that part. So the article goes, quote, additionally, PlayStation players will exclusively get the free cosmetic Aranahe Warrior Pack unlockable content. You can also pre-order the different editions of the game, Standard, Collector's, Ultimate, Gold, which gives you even more content in your quest to protect Pandora. Upon pre-ordering, you will receive a Child of Two Worlds pre-order bonus with the character cosmetic set and a weapon skin. To pre-order the Standard, Gold, or Ultimate editions, please visit store.ubisoft.com. Players can also subscribe to Ubisoft Plus on PC via Ubisoft Connect, Xbox, and Amazon Luma to get the game on day one, end quote. Now, of course, if you really want to, you can try out Ubisoft Plus for a month when the game launches and essentially play the game at a very low cost, but the pre-order bonus has been leaked quite a while ago, and I already covered that extensively. But for the PlayStation exclusive skins, this Warrior Pack, it's only some skins. You can still get the Warrior Pack on PC and Xbox, but you have to pay for it. PlayStation players get this pack for free, so there's some sort of deal between PlayStation and Ubisoft. What other additional stuff there will be, I don't know. I don't think there's going to be anything else exclusive to PlayStation. It's just the fact that on PlayStation you will get this pack for free. Now, I do wonder how that works if you have the game, for example, on PC and PlayStation, which is what I will have. If I get this pack on PlayStation and I continue my save file on PC, what will happen? Will it ask me to buy that pack because I'm transferring my save file, or will it just be like, okay, well, you have it on PlayStation, so it's automatically unlocked on PC? I don't really know how that works. But as I said before, with this being a Ubisoft game, there is certainly going to be an in-game store, and Ubisoft is certainly going to add a ton of cosmetic stuff for your Banshee, for your character, for weapons, all that kind of stuff, because that's, they just do that with all of their games. And there is a season pass with 2 story content packs. What those story content packs is, I don't really know, because we're already exploring a brand new area, the Western Frontier. So I do wonder if they're eventually going to add, for example, an area where the Metkayina, somewhere by the reef area, or just a different area that might tie into the third movie. I would love to see some of the water creatures in this game. I would love to have that aspect, to fly over the oceans of Pandora. I can just imagine how beautiful it would be. It kind of reminds me of what the new Horizon game looks like when you fly over the oceans, that beautiful, breathtaking visuals. But of course, Horizon is visually a much better looking game, but they still have about 6 months to really polish up this game if they wanted to. I do hope that they, I know we haven't seen much of this game, but I really want to see more. I just want more content, more expansions. I do think that the first expansion or the first content pack will likely release around March of next year, and then we'll see the second content pack probably around maybe September, October next year, and then by the time of the third movie next year, December, it won't surprise me if we see a full-on expansion, much to what Ubisoft did with Dawn of Ragnarok in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because Dawn of Ragnarok was not part of the season pass. It was a separate complete standalone expansion. Well, not standalone, but it was an additional expansion to the main game, so apart from the season pass. So it won't surprise me if Ubisoft does something like that, and of course, if Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is successful, which I don't doubt it'll be, we will probably see another game much later on, because we know that there's a 4th and 5th Avatar movie releasing, so the potential is there to make quite a few Avatar games. But what is a standout on this article for you? Let me know in the comments below, and I'm definitely going to do a ton of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora content, so if that's something you want to stay up to date with, then be sure to click the subscribe button and have a look at the rest of my channel for more Avatar content. Until next time, have a fantastic day and stay safe.